Hi guys, what it is your girl Cadillac. I am Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Like Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping to see justice before all fades to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, I'm coming through on today is actually February the 26th. I had intentions on doing my Throwback Thursday, but each day this week, like they have had me on some long shifts, and every day when I come home, I sit in a chair in front of my laptop and I be going to bed. Like for real, going to bed. So I literally have done nothing this week but work and then sleep and then get back up and go to work. Nothing have I done. So I started putting together my frames for my Throwback Thursday of Anthony Hamilton. And just so I kind of keep up, because I have another Throwback Thursday coming up soon, I want to still get this out. So this one is going to be, by the time it come out, girl, it is going to be Sunday. So this is not a Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday, Sock It To Me Saturday. Girl, this gonna be Send Me Back Sunday. Girl, I'm really falling off, but I'm trying to keep these stories coming. I'm trying to keep something going with Project Reach the World. So like I told you before, today is Anthony Hamilton. So I'm going to get into meeting Anthony Hamilton. First, let me show you the slides. And then after I show you the slides, then I can tell you the little bit of story. Not a long story behind it, but it's a little bit. Okay, so this is frame one. Frame one. And you see me in my full attire ready to go to the Anthony Hamilton concert. Back then, this picture does not really show how bright that hair was. Let me tell you, okay, you know how the guys on like work on the side of the street, or else maybe back in the day, because they no longer do that, but the guys that would be on the back of the garbage truck, they would have extremely bright fluorescent shirts, and that hair was that bright. It was a bright orange, and it was to the point where you can't look away. It was so bright. And then I have my little Anthony Hamilton shirt that I made. And then I threw some beads. I would make a whole outfit out of it. I have my roller in my head. You can't quite see it there. There's another image. It's a little bit clearer with the Anthony Hamilton shirt that I hand painted that with acrylic paint. Okay, frame 3. Let's keep going. Ooh, girl, looking kind of cute. Rest to go. Yes, turn some heads at this concert show. Okay, so that's the little banner that I had created for Anthony Hamilton. Now, this one was created to hold up and get his attention. The shirt, so I think I actually painted like 3 shirts that time for that concert. One for myself to wear. This wasn't really a shirt. It was a white sheet, and I cut it to the size that I wanted and painted a banner. And it says, I love you. I painted this for you. And that's what I held up at his concert to get his attention. And that's a little closer look at it. Got the little gold. I used to love to put the gold on the brown skin colors, like just make it gleam. And there's a closer look at the shirt that I had on of Anthony Hamilton and that hair, but it still doesn't show you how bright that hair was. And back in the day when I did take these images, camera qualities on cell phones were not that great. So it's hard to capture that. And then there at the top on the right side, you do see the CD roller that I put in my hair. Now, here's the shirt that I did actually give him. Anthony Hamilton, I love you. And that's the one that I gave him once I got his attention. And there you go. He's dancing around with it. He got the shirt. This is very blurred. It was a small, like I said, camera quality wasn't that, things, my contact movement wasn't that great. But you can tell that's a shirt up in his hand. And then there he holds the shirt up for my contact. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. My contact just went to fluttering and it hurts when it gets off my pupil. But so you could see him holding up the shirt for the crowd. And that is actually after the okay, so how am I going to tell the story? I'm showing you the pictures first. So I'll go back and tell you the story after I show you the pictures. But that's me and his band, his background singers. And there was another shot of me and his background singers. Look like me and the taller guy could actually be brother and sister. We both got those little round chubby cheeks. Okay, so let me read this. Okay, so it says, this was March 9, 2011. So I'm guessing that's around the time this concert was. I'm not quite sure. These are pictures from when Anthony Hamilton, one of my favorite artists, came to Orlando's House of Blues. He's one of my favorite, not just because his beautiful voice, but also because his songs are so pure. They have so much meaning. I spent a while getting ready for his concert. I made a banner you see pictured at the top left corner. The pic below it is a shirt I made for my sister to wear to the concert. And the picture below is the shirt I made myself to wear. Also pictured is the wig I made and the CD roller hairpiece. This camera does not capture the full color of the wig, because I mean this thing was, and my screen goes black. This thing was so bright. It's the same kind of orange that the roadside workers would wear. You couldn't help but to see me. I wore these bright colored wigs so that when I stepped in the room, whether you wanted to or not, your eyes were on me and you remembered me. This was way before Nicki Minaj started this same type of trend. I had already done it. Okay, back on track. The top, you see me modeling the total outfit. The middle are pics of Anthony Hamilton after I got the shirt to him. He performed this mid-tempo song and he came out in the audience and he danced all through the crowd. When he passed me, I gave it to him. When the song finished and he got back on the stage, he held it up for the audience to see and said, "Look what I got." And it looks just like me. Then I held up the banner that I made. It said, "I love you," and I painted this for you. I was so nervous that I held it up upside down at first. He said, "I love you too, baby." And you know I like oranges. What? I don't even remember none of this. I'm glad I kept all this archived on Facebook. Because I do remember him saying, "Look what I got," but I didn't remember all that other stuff. The bottom is me and two of his band members. We met up after the concert. They said they had to get a picture with me. The night was so nice and successful. The whole concert for 5 minutes was all about me. And every eye in the place was on me. Long after the concert, people were still recognizing me. And then I got a couple of comments. I got a comment from a classmate. "Great story, Ma. Follow your dreams. And it seems like you are doing that. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. Love your work." Then I reply, "Oh, thanks. And thanks for taking time to read it and for your encouragement, because it gets hard at times. And I give up like almost every day." Y'all know that. Then someone comes along and says, "You're doing a good job." And that's all I need to hear to carry on. Yes, this was like 10 years ago. Oh my gosh. But okay, so back to the story. So that was actually the first time that I got to get some of my artwork to Anthony Hamilton. So there is another time. So this is the next painting I did of him. That's the outline. And then you see I always come in with that dark undertone first, no matter what picture I'm doing. Then you see I started getting some mid tones and kind of blending in that darkness. And then there is just about the finished picture. I don't know, did I outline it or did I leave it like that? But there's the finished picture. And then there's a different Anthony. That's a different hairpiece. I have an AH and then a heart in it for Anthony Hamilton. And that's him on stage. I know he's seen me. That's another shot where you might can see a little bit better of the AH and then I love you. AH standing for Anthony Hamilton. Okay, so this one here, that concert, I don't know if he got it or not. I really can't remember. That was in like 2014, the picture I just showed you. But then he came back again with one of my favorites, Life Jennings. And when he came on tour with Life Jennings, I actually got to meet him. And this is the picture that we took. I tried to find the original so that I can show you the original quality, but this is all I can find right now. But you can tell this sound. That's him, girl. Yes. And I told him that when I did get to meet him, he was like, "Oh my gosh, I love your hair." Here's a picture of the hair on that one. It says, "I love." It's I heart R&B, like I love R&B, because it was like Jennings, it was Anthony Hamilton, and I think it might have been somebody else. But he was like, I was a cosmetologist before I was a singer. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. So he really was like excited about my hairpiece. And we took a picture. And then I had told him, I was like, do you know that I had drew you before? And he was like, you did? So I'm thinking maybe he must didn't think I was the same person. I know he had to remember that painting that I did, but maybe he didn't know it was the same person. He could have thought it was somebody different. But he told me to add him on Instagram and then he would check it out, send it to him via DM or whatever. So I did send it to him and I had got a confirmation back. I did screenshot that too, where he had actually friended me on Instagram. But not too much came of that or whatever. But yeah, so that is the Throwback Thursday story of Anthony Hamilton, where I went to his concert and I basically for 5 minutes became the Project Reach the World show. I love Anthony Hamilton and his soulful voice. Oh my gosh, some of my favorite songs, like one of my favorite songs is Charlene. And he's like, basically, I love you, but I'm just trying to make this music thing work for us. And that's the way I felt about my music. If I ever made it with this old rapping thing, like for real, my man was going to be free. Yes, but never made it, girl. But I love his music, the soulfulness. And then, he had that song Coming From Where I'm From. Yes. Sitting here, guess I didn't make bail. Got time and a story to tell. Happened 21 years old. I woke up, baby daddy was gone. I started hustling and they couldn't tell me nothing. All up in the hood, I'm trying to be somebody. But my soul was on empty. Yes, I tried to be good. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna spare y'all ears, but I love his the soul. He has such a beautiful soul, beautiful heart. And I love his music. Oh my gosh, girl. But that was one of the times that those were the times that I met and got my artwork to Mr. Anthony Hamilton. And y'all remember his song Sister Big Bone? Sister Big Bone, yeah. Can a brother walk you home? Look like a plate of neck bones. I love to keep your body warm. Yes. But I had a song just like that. Sister Big Bone. I had a song that was basically like the big girl's anthem. And that was my song, Neckbones and Collard Greens. That was one of my biggest songs. Like everyone around Orlando and surrounding areas loved that song, Neckbones and Collard Greens. But his song, I was about to say cornbread and collard greens. No, that was Fantasia. I don't know if I liked that song too much, but Sister Big Bone. So it always reminds me of that. But anyways, guys, this was the story of meeting Anthony Hamilton and getting him my Project Reach the World work. And you know what Project Reach the World is. If you don't, it is me, the artist, basically rapper, songwriter, poet, spoken word, poetry and stuff like that. Cosmetologist, hair artist, graphic designer, everything wrapped up into one collection that is all meant to bring attention to the story of Marcello Jackson being wrongfully accused, convicted, and overly sentenced to 40 years in the Florida DLC. I had this vision that all, like a lot of the famous people, they all hang out with each other. You know what I'm saying? So one day seeing one of them, you know, put up a picture or a piece of artwork that I gave them, whether it's a shirt or just a regular picture, and they chilling at the house and they realize, hey, I got something like that, says Project Reach the World. Or you know, a lot of people just realize this is the same girl. And then they actually look into it. Like, who is this girl that's all over the place, that's getting to meet everybody? And then they really look into why I'm doing it. And in turn, I get people talking. And if I can get them talking, I can get them to marching. And I always thought that if I can, I always seen this big march. Like you see those marches that Al Sharpton get together. I seen those marches happening to free Marcello Jackson. It's just, it didn't play out like that in real life. You know, he's still up there in that prison for some he didn't do, and still got about another 17 to 20 more years. Anyways. Oh. This thing hurts. I think it's dry. If it ain't one thing, it's another. If it's not my hands, it's my eyes. Come on. Okay, so sorry about that. My contact just went to fluttering and it hurts when it gets off my pupil. But